St. Stephen's College of the University of Delhi is celebrating 100 years at its university campus. The college was established in the year 1922 by the Cambridge Mission to Delhi and is widely regarded as one of the oldest and most prestigious college for arts and sciences in India. Let's have a look at the live stream.
I am proud to be here as one of the person who is felicitating our Bishop, Sir, and also the 100th years celebration of the Allnutt block of the residence. So today on felicitating the occasion, I would like to say that Stephens has given the best to the community, to the country, and to our fellow human beings.
When we celebrate the centenary anniversary of Allnutt blocks, in which hundreds of scholars have found shelter, lived together as a community, found richness of life in sharing life with one another, happiness with one another, joys of birthdays, sometimes being kind and unkind to freshers, all those very happy memories.
I'm reminded of the time when I joined this college as a student in 1980. And in 1981, early 1981, February to be precise, was a centenary year of St. Stephen's College. I was a part of the committee which was supposed to organize a volunteer. Our then Prime Minister was a chief guest. And those celebrations strike my memory, and I try to compare those with what I'm seeing here today. Continuities and changes are part of the evolutionary pattern of growth of any institution. We have been able to maintain some of the traditions which remind us of the continuities that we must have in place. We have introduced some changes which have helped us adapt better to the needs of the changing world.
Over the years, for me as an individual, in my journey through this college, and I think for people who encounter the college in different ways. But above all, it's this, sort of foundational vision of the college, a college that is known for its excellence, its social justice, its inclusivity, its tolerance, hopefully its compassion, and above all, I think, for its scientific temper. And it is to these that we hope will be made stronger, will be strengthened during times of crisis that we face now, and times of crisis through which the chairperson, I'm sure, will lead the college with grace and wisdom.
We need to remember the person behind this, the great visionary, Father Samuel Scott Allnutt. When Allnutt left the college in 1899, it was recorded that the most striking visible result of the Cambridge Brotherhood at Delhi was the task of building the college up morally and materially from the earliest beginnings of the undertaking 18 years ago, devolved primarily upon Allnutt, and he has guided it with eminent success as its first principle.
The college reopened in 1941 when it was a difficult time because at that time also construction was held up because the war was on. There were price rises, there was a paucity of equipment to get materials, to import materials. All these things were a stumbling block. And therefore, the fact that it got done is a testament to the perseverance that the management sort of really have to be credited with.
St. Stephen's College is a joy. And it's a joy because of what they have done. And you know what I am referring to. They have made a difference, and a huge positive difference, to the lives of men and women across the world. So today, while it is a celebration, it is also, I hope, an awakening for each one of us who are from college, who are from institutions where Stephanians have gone and worked. It is also a wake-up call for the government and for private and public institutions to come and support institutions who have contributed to the world.
St. Stephen's College campus. So we are actually, from history, we started talking about heritage. So we can very easily say that it's a cultural identity, and it is continuing. So it continues. It's an identity and it continues. So it contains message about the people, who they were built for and how they built it.
One of the most wonderful parts of college was the relationships you formed, which pretty much sustain you for the rest of your life. Our group today is living testimony to that. We were together in Allnutt North between 1974 and 76. My room is the corner room E1, or was the corner room E1. We were together almost 50 years back, and we pretty much hang together even today.
traditions. It was a blend of not just Naga folk music, but we had folk music from many other places in the world. And this is, I think, a wonderful time where we can see that music transcends all boundaries.
Each day I live, I want to be a day to give.
It's about 31 years back, I recollect, in this very same lawns where I was graduating, and we had a usual graduation dinner. 31 long years, 3 decades, seems like just yesterday. I remember the time that we were here in college, and that was exactly about 35 years back when I came as a young 17-year-old. I hated Delhi with all my guts. I had just passed out from those days what was known as junior college. I do believe that there's still junior college in some of the states. It's what we call the junior college or the pre-university. My fellow Sifanians, I think of the time, what would life have been if I had not been in St. Stephen's? I belong to a generation where Kamla Nagar was K-Nags. I don't know whether it's still called K-Nags. G-Jams was Gulab Jamun. Hot Sam's, hot samosas. Definitely, we also belong to a generation where we had a page tree pinup, and she was a hot Sam too. And I'm sure those who belong to the 90s would know whom I'm referring to. A page tree pinup, hot Sam. College has given so much. And I just want to encourage, especially among the juniors who are here, make the best of what college has to offer to you.
I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, the first section, as I said, was a combination of a lot of folk music and folk melodies, many of which was also composed by our own Naga composers, including the last one, which is Kin Mimar Ola, which was composed by our own, very own tenor in the choir, Minang Sang Lungkamar. Please take a bow.
Glory be to God on high. And we say, hallelujah, 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 amen. Hallelujah, hallelujah, glory be to God on high. And we say, hallelujah, 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 amen. Glory be to God on high. 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 Glory be to God on high.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very cold but warm good evening to each and every one of you. Today, Dias and I are standing here on behalf of the young ladies and young gentlemen in Allnutt South and Allnutt North. What an amazing evening this has been for all of us. What they say about music is very true, I think. That the means and ends of all arts and even spirituality often finds itself in the language of music.
I completely agree with Anne. That said, the evening would not have been possible without the hard work and support of several wonderful people. We now have the privilege of thanking all of them. Allow us to begin by thanking Right Reverend Dr. Paul Swaroop, the Bishop of the Delhi Diocese of CNI and the Chairman of St. Stephen's College for taking the time and effort to grace us with his presence today.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again, and have a good evening ahead. Thank you.